How's everybody doing? My name is Kurt Friedrich and I am the owner driver for CFRacing, and welcome to our third post-race video of the 2024 season. First off, before I get started, I want to thank first off my family, Blue and my kids, for coming out there and support my racing, and also I want to thank sponsors, Capital Murphy with Meraki Realty, brokered by Real. If you guys didn't see the last video, we had a big announcement for Capital Murphy. She just switched brokerages and joined Real, and with that brokerage she began her own team, Meraki Realty. It's a pretty big deal for a real estate agent to start her own team. It's a big challenge. We're glad to announce that she is taking on this challenge. We hope the best for her. We're glad to support her, and we definitely want to help her get her brand out there and help her bring her some business. So if anybody's interested or buying or selling a home in the Richmond area, Capital Murphy will be glad to help you out with your real estate needs. I also want to say that Capital Murphy also does a lot with the Richmond community, and she also does a lot with the military community in the Richmond area. So we thank her for her support in the Richmond area. I also want to thank Gems by Denny on eBay for their continued support. Gems by Denny is an online sales website. They sell loose gemstones and settings, basically for people at home who want to customize their own jewelry settings. Maybe they have a loose gemstone and they got a certain kind of ring that they want to put in it, and also they can put it together themselves and have a personal touch to their pieces of jewelry. And last but not least, I want to thank you guys, the fans, for continuing to support us and also watch these videos while we keep getting out of races and keep pounding. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and start hitting the notes. So first off, we'll talk about the story of the day. So we went out there, and first off, we let's recap how do we get here. In the last video, we talked about some big changes that we made with the chassis of the go-kart, and we were really interested in. Me as a driver was anxious to get out on the track and practice, and seeing how different the kart was going to feel. Me as a crew chief, I was a nervous wreck because I didn't know which way this was going to go. It could go really bad one way or really good the other way, and not knowing made me pretty nervous. But yeah, as a driver, I was ready to get out on the track and see what it was going to do. So in practice, we went about our normal routine. I could tell a difference. What I was hoping as a driver is I was hoping it was going to unlock the go-kart and really get it booking around the track, going really fast around the track. I'll say it did not unlock the go-kart. The go-kart still kind of felt a little bit tight around the track during practice, but I could tell a noticeable difference. Let's back up a minute. So we were scheduled to run Clone Medium and Clone Heavy. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough go-karts out there, so there was only two of us, and we ended up running just Clone Medium. So for the heat race, I started in first place, and the guy who was racing against me, he runs out there pretty regularly. He's got some experience, and pretty much passed me on the first lap and took off. But I was trying another set of tires and trying a few things with that set of tires. I really didn't think it was going to be all that quick, but really just wanted to see how that set of tires, already knowing how it was going to reacted with these changes. One of the big things that we have been fighting is in the center of the corner, the go-kart would push really bad. What that means is that the front tires will just slide going up the track, and I would have to back off. Typically I back off going in the corner so it wouldn't carry so much speed to the center of the corner. That was pretty much gone, so that was a very noticeable change. That I think that chassis change helped. I was able to then start just rolling out of the throttle and then get back into it. But still not enough speed though. Then when it came to the races, we put on another set of tires that I did expect was going to be better. We started the race, of course, in second place. And case, since there was just 2 of us, we only ran 10 laps instead of the normal 20 laps. And yeah, my competitor, he took off from me. And with this set of tires, he didn't take off like he did the first time. I was able to kind of keep pace with him. Going back to the heat race, by the time we finished, I couldn't even see anymore after 10 laps. When we finished this race, he was still in view. Had about a straightaway lead on me. But then again, the go-kart, it still felt tight, but it didn't have that pushing, plowing coming out of the corners feel to it anymore. So it's definitely a lot more drivable and definitely a lot more, definitely a lot easier, easier for me to drive, and the handling was definitely better. That's what I was trying to get out. The handling was definitely better. I feel like if there were more karts, say 10 to 15, I don't think we would have been in the top half of the field, but I think we would have been challenging for the top to finish in the top half of the field. So with that, let's talk about the goals that were being met. Me as a driver, definitely felt like I had a better feel of the kart. Enabled to read a little bit more about what the kart was doing. One quick note: one of the guys at the track, he was telling me, he goes, "You need to run it wide open," which the track had a lot of grip in it, and I'll be honest, I wasn't really comfortable running it wide open. But at the end of the race, the last 2 laps, I really pushed it and ran it wide. If I could get it wide open in turns 1 and 2, and I'll admit, when I was headed towards turn 1, I was saying to myself, okay, here we go. This could get really interesting, and just held on to it, held it wide open, and went back off the track and went up to that guy and told him, hey, so those last few laps were for you. But it takes time to get the confidence in the go-kart to get to that point, and also the confidence of myself to get to that point. But that just shows that me as a driver, getting a better feel for the kart, more confidence in the kart, and picking that is going to pick up speed for us. Reading the track, I feel like I did do a little bit better reading the track and anticipating what I needed to do with the tires to the track, and then the tire testing. Did learn some things from the tire testing, some things that I'm going to apply for next weekend. That should help us get a little bit faster when it comes time for qualifying and for the races. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more when we do our pre-race video. So let's see where I'm at on here. Yeah, basically the results. Yeah, pretty basic and simple. Started first place in clone medium in the heat race. Finished second. Started the race second. Finished second. I hope next time we get more karts out there for clone. The Ducar engines, the classes I could run, one of them had 11, I think the other one had 8. I may look and see about getting a Ducar engine and run with those guys, just so have a little bit more people to run with, and also get a little bit more exposure and eyes on for our sponsors. And then also we're going to a different track this weekend that should have a few more clones. So we may have some adjustments of what we're doing with our schedule going forward. But yeah, that's basically what I got for this weekend. We did learn a lot. I definitely feel like I improved as a driver. We did have fun. We're gaining on it. It's still little pieces at a time. I really think right now that the big area I need to work on now is the tires, and figuring out some adjustments to deal with the tires. So that being said, again, I want to thank our sponsors, Capital Murphy with Meraki Realty, which is brokered by Real, Gems by Denny on eBay. We are looking for additional associate sponsors. If anybody's interested in getting a little bit more exposure for their brand, reach out to me. We'd be glad to help you come on board as an associate sponsor and help get your brand named out there, get a little bit more exposure for you. And just remember, when you don't just put a sticker on our go-kart and then that's it. We also consider you a member of the team. I also want to thank help. We did have some, aside from Cameron Wood and Tim Hammock and his group. We also had our other competitor, Corey Sullivan. Him and his group were helping us out also at the track, giving us tips. Even though we were racing against him, he was helping us out. And yeah, going back to that, even at the end of the day, he let me get in one of his go-karts, and I let him get in my go-kart after all the races were done. They opened the track up for people to do some more practice. He got in mine and I got in one of his. I'm not really sure what he had on the setup of his, but he still blew past me in my own go-kart, which was at first that was not a comforting feeling, because I was planning on getting somebody else's go-kart and really picking up the pace. But he also weighs probably 25-30 pounds less than I do. He has more experience. And then also when I looked at the track, he really didn't turn that many more RPMs than I did. So all in all, he basically went about the same speed that I did. And pretty much told me that what he was feeling with the go-kart was pretty much the same as what I've been feeling. So I think I know that's reassuring to me as a driver that I'm feeling the right things and going in the right direction. But again, big thanks to Corey Sullivan and his group for their support and their help in getting me in the ballpark in the right direction. Yeah, so that'll wrap it up. Again, we have 9 subscribers. We're trying to get to that double digit. If you watch this video, please subscribe and help us get to that double digit. If you subscribe and you see that subscriber number change, you know you're the one who helped us get to that milestone. Also, don't forget to like, comment, rate, share, all the above. And we're racing next weekend, so see you guys in a few days for the pre-race video. Until then, take it easy.